Second wild card for today, and both these teams know exactly what's on the line. A slot in the postseason tomorrow. If Rowan State wins, they face the Senators, and the Pioneers go on to face the Montlow State Bucks. But if Jackson State wins, then it will be locked in with the Pioneers facing off against the Senators, and Jackson State, the Green Jays, will be headed for a date with the Bucks. It's the second wild card of the 2019 TCCAA baseball tournament. And good afternoon, everybody. Spencer Thompson and Austin Ray again bringing you every action today. Big storylines, at least for this game, especially, is Theron Powell, 508 slugging average, 417 batting average on the season for Jackson State. But of course, the even bigger story is their win-loss records. Rowan State, course, on a 4-loss streak going into this playoff game. Jackson State on a 2-win streak. So the Green Jays and the Raiders going to be battling it out here. But what's even more interesting, of course, looking at the statistics, is Trevor Mace with a 3.21 ERA. So the pitching game and the batting game for both sides is going to be one heck of a fight tonight, Austin.
Definitely, especially with Trevor Mace up on the mound. Like you said, the 3.21 ERA. He's only pitched 14 innings so far within the season. 9 hits out of all those innings, and he's only given up 8 walks and 5 earned runs, which really brings him to the top right there, and one of their most valuable pitchers. He has 19 strikeouts and he's given up 0 home runs for the season, which is going to be a death-defying decision to put him out there, especially pitching against one of the teams that has over 45 home runs within their full season, and one of those people being them is actually Powell. He's only hit 1 home run, and McCarthy hitting 2, and Macklemore hitting 4. So it's just really going to be a real challenge for both of these teams right here. They're going to be pitching their hearts out. They're going to be hitting their hearts out. And really, they know what's at stake here, and they just won't be able to move on and play the next day.
Now, the big story, of course, the Jackson State Green Jays are 14th in the nation in shutouts with 8 total shutouts. And what's even more interesting is the amount of strikeouts that Jackson State has. They lead in that 20th in the nation on 248. So strikeout game versus the shutout game, it's going to be one huge shootout here.
Definitely. It's going to really be a battle of just competing with each other defensively and offensively, just because it's going to be a really tough fought game. You got some hard throwing pitchers out here. You got some hard hitters that are wanting to really knock the crap out of the ball, and they're going to really want to get as much runs on the board as they can. They're going to steal as many bases as they can. Anything that they can do to just get around all 4 bases and be able to take home a win and come back the next day and do it all over again.
Slot in the first round of the playoffs is on the line. The Green Jays and the Raiders facing off in this wild card.
up for the Raiders. Number 1, the right fielder, Cam.
Now the start of this second wild card game. Cam Ridley is the batter. Starting pitcher is actually Sergio Pazzi. 5.29 ERA, 67 strikeouts on the season, 16 walks. Right in strikeouts, and first pitch is a grounder to the shortstop and immediate out.
Next batting, number 7, the center fielder, Jess Morris.
Now Jess Morrison with a 274 average going into the postseason, a 311 slugging. He's been struck out 11 times on 106 appearances. One and one. Morrison with 2 triples on the season as well. And with his on-base percentage of .330, he's managed to steal 9 bases. Hit to left field deep. Catch for the second out.
Now batting number 34, the first baseman, Trey McLemore.
Trey McLemore, Trey McLemore, 297 average, 459 slugging. Leads the team in home runs with 4. 1-0 count. Two and 0. Foul out for 2 and 1. McLemore has been struck out 41 times in the regular season, walked 10 times, 4 doubles and 1 triple. So he hits it. Shortstop can't make the catch. It's a base hit. And now Theron Powell up to the mound. The best batting average, as we talked about in our pregame, best batting average of the team, 417, a 508 slugging. He's been struck out 20 times, but managed to get in his 132 appearances, 55 hits. Here's to left field, fouls out. Here's the 0-1. Here's the 0-2. Grounder right to first base. And that'll end the first inning for the Raiders. The Green Jays up to bat. So now Lincoln Bowman will take his first playoff mound appearance in this tournament. 5.13 ERA on the season. Has allowed 5 home runs, but has struck out 51 batters. Walked 16 of them. DJ Wright has been struck out 17 times, walked 18 times. It's a 3.85 average. He's a freshman infielder leading off for the Green Jays. Two 0. There's a foul out to make it an even count. Here's the 2-2. Managed to get a piece of that to foul it out. And DJ Wright, a 744 slugging average on the season. Hit just past the shortstop. That's a base hit for DJ Wright. Now next up, Travis Reeves with 397 slugging, 308 average.
Now batting number 4, the second baseman, Travis Reeves.
308 average, 397 slugging, struck out 16 times, but walked 29 times. And tied for the most appearances at bat now with DJ Wright, both of them at 157 on the season. 156 in the regular season, now one each in the postseason. Reeves also leads the team in stolen bases with 12. Team's third leader in on-base percentage, behind Byer and Wright. So here's the 1-0. Foul for 1-1. And hit by the pitch. It's runner to first. Now you got two bases loaded. And CJ Clark now up to bat with a 298 average. He's the third leader of the team in time that he struck out at 45. 598 slugging percentage in a total of 151 at-bats. And that's why he's got a high slugging percentage deep in left center field, and first run for the Green Jays. Make that 2 as he slides in to second.
Spencer, that was a really good hit down there between left and center. Couldn't get any more perfect than that guy. Good double, and definitely scored around 2 right there from first and second. So that's a job well done by him.
So we get a faster score than we did in the last wild card. 2 runs in the first inning. It's a 1-0 count for Derek Junker. 463 slugging, 302 average. Been struck out 38 times out of 149 appearances. and now faces an 0-2. One and two. Here's the 1-2. Even count. Full count now at 3-2. And there's Junker to first base.
Next batting number 33, the designated hitter, Yvonne Greer.
Yvonne Greer now up to bat with a quick mound visit. So no pitching change at this point, just a quick mound visit to talk it over. As Greer with a 319 average gets a 1-0. One and one. Grounder to third base, gets past him. Halted at all bases, so they will load it up. up here for Bo Simpson
Bo Simpson.
with a 473 slugging average, 323. He has 3 home runs on the season. Be interesting to see if the Green Jays can put anything more on the board. Strike one. It's a hit right to the shortstop, thrown to first, quick toss, and out. Double play. Double play and another run for the Green Jays, make that a 3-0 score.
Now batting number 3, the left fielder, Chase Nichols.
Chase Nichols making his 30th at-bat appearance. 207 average. Struck out 13 times and walked 4 times. Swing and a miss for the 0-2 count. Almost went over the mesh there. Oh, and 2.
Great block there by catcher Andrew Jones right there. He's making sure that no one gets another run on them, because at this moment they really don't need it. Already in the first inning, 3-0, they don't need another run on them.
Even count. Ruled a strikeout. That's the end of the first. 3-0 the Green Jays with a fantastic inning to take the lead early on. Cam Davis up to bat, 244 average. Struck out 19 times. Huge hit to left center. Catch by the center fielder.
Now batting number 15, the second baseman, Kevin McCarthy.
One and one. Even count. Struck him out.
Now batting number 6, the shortstop, Nick Spardoni.
Spardoni with a 299 average has been struck out 21 times on 117 appearances. 368 slugging, and it's a 1-0 there. Grounder is still in play and goes way over. It's counted as an error, and Spardone gets on first.
Now batting number 12, the catcher, Peyton Miley.
Peyton Milam up to the plate. The catcher has 90 appearances, 256 average, 387 on base percentage. Gets a strike there. Here's the 0-1. And first baseman could not catch it, but doesn't make a difference. That'll end the inning for the Raiders batting game. Heading to the bottom of the second. Alex DeRiggi up to bat, 203 average with he is the team's second leader in times he struck out at 53 out of 133 appearances. He's got an on-base percentage of .327. He now faces the 0-1. One and two. Hit to left field, fouls. Struck him out. And now
Number 11, the center fielder, Cade Hoffman.
Now Cade Kaufman, 242 average, 306 slugging off of 62 appearances. It's a hit into just left of center, bounces for a base hit. Manages to get the Green Jays on a runner on first. And looks like DJ Wright will come back up to bat.
Now batting number 9, the shortstop, DJ Wright.
DJ Wright is the team's second leader in home runs at 11, just behind CJ Clark with 12. That 744 slugging average leads the entire team. Looks like he's trying to swing for the fences there. It fouls out. Oh, and 2. High pitch for 1-2. Tags first. Swing and struck him out. Make that strikeout number 53 for Bowman. Second strikeout of the playoffs. Hit to right field. And that'll end the second inning. Still 3-0, the Green Jays lead it.
Laying out for the Raiders, number 11, the left fielder, J.T. Matthews.
JT Matthews up to bat. .258 average. Struck out 17 times. Total of 66 at-bat appearances in the regular season. There's a grounder to the shortstop. Can he get there in time? Won't. First out.
Now batting number 1, the right fielder, Cam Ridley.
Cam Ridley with a .448 on base percentage. Got 10 RBIs, 4 doubles, and a triple. All that out of 96 at-bats. Strike one. It's a huge hit to center field. Catch for the second out.
Now batting number 7, the center fielder, Jess Morrison.
Jess Morrison, 106 at-bats. 2 triples in that. No home runs yet. Still looking for his first home run of the season. But he has 7 RBIs and a .330 on-base percentage. 0-2. 1-2. Got 2-2. Hit to center field. And that'll end the inning for the Raiders. Head into the bottom of the third.
Getting out for the Green Jays, number 32, the first baseman, C.J. Clark.
C.J. Clark back up to bat. And Lincoln Bowman still on the mound with a 5.13 ERA going into the playoffs. Swing and a miss. There's a big hit to right center. And it's gone. Home run. Make that home run number 13 for C.J. Clark on the season, and that's the first home run of the playoffs.
Spencer, he saw the pitch that he wanted right there, and he just drove in. What great power to put it over right center wall right there. It's spectacular to see right there, and he really brought the momentum for his team and his runs for them too.
That's just another sign of why he leads. He's one of the team leaders in slugging percentage. And still, now he has a little more cushion on his lead for home runs over DJ Wright. As Derek Junker is up to the plate with facing a 2-0 count. Hits it to right field. Heading there, hits the ground and wall. He's going to go for the double. And gets it there. A double, and the Green Jays are starting to get some more momentum building up.
Now batting number 33, the designated hitter, Javon Brewer.
Backup is the DH Javon Greer. 548 slugging. Have a runner on second leading off. And pop up. Pitcher makes the catch.
Spencer, they always say that pitchers are athletes, but it's still scary to see one go out there a fly ball.
Now batting number 24, the catcher, Bo Simpson.
Now Bo Simpson, 323 average, 473 slugging. He's been struck out 18 times on 93 at-bats.
Who's that warming up for y'all?
And looking towards the bullpen, the Raiders have Dawson Powers warming up. He's got a 5.06 ERA on the regular season, 19 strikeouts and 4 walks. That's out of 13 appearances. It's now 0-1 here for Simpson. Oh, and 2. Oh, and 2. So a wild pitch and gets to third. So now an 0-2 count with 1 out. And a runner on third. Green Jays just trying to get the score up even more. As Simpson tries going for the hit, but fouls out. And there's an immediate walk. Another run for the Green Jays. Having a discussion with the pitcher. Not sure what the call was there, but it's 5-0 for the Green Jays.
Looked like he came set and then he started moving again. So that's usually what it is when it comes down to a balk.
So now nobody on base. Still a 1-2 count. 1 out in the bottom of the third. Swing.
on base.
Now batting number 3, the left fielder Chase.
So now Chase Nichols on 29 regular season appearances, a 207 average with 310 slugging, and has been struck out 13 times. Ball popped up and goes over the mesh. Looked like somebody in the bleachers caught it on that one. Just a quick camera readjustment for you guys and the 0-1 count. And 1-1.
Yeah, that's what it is. They must be, I don't know what that represents, what company that is. It's a bird. Yeah, I know it's a bird, but some company has got to be the ones that gave the money.
2-1. Swing and struck him out. That's the end of the third inning, and the Green Jays get 2 more runs, one of them off of umpire's ruling. Head into the 4th. It turns out it was a balk call. So now Trey McLemore up to bat at the start of the 4th inning. Patsy's still going strong on the mound with a shutout. We saw this last game in the wild card where the home team pitcher was able to keep a shutout for almost the entirety of the game and then didn't need to get relief until around the 7th inning. So it's possible we may be seeing that because Patsy doesn't look like he's having any struggles.
No, and the big key is that he's only giving up 1 hit. He's keeping his pitch count to a minimum right now, and his defense are really working well behind him. There's been only 1 error with his team so far with his defense, but it really never had a big effect on what has been going on here so far. So they're going to try to keep them as much as they can, and plus they're really just going to try to save all their pitchers as much as possible if they be able to move on to the next round.
That's a strikeout for McLemore. So now 1 out already. Talk about minimum pitches there. Only had to do 3 on all the strikes.
Now batting number 24, the designated hitter, Powell.
So now Powell with the best average on the team, 417. Faces a 1-0 count with a 494 on base percentage, almost averaging up to, every time he's on the plate, half of the time he gets the base. And grounder. Can't get back on. Second out.
Now batting number 2, the third baseman, Cam Davis.
Cam Davis back up to bat. Been struck out 19 times. Has 6 doubles coming into the playoffs. Hits it. Shortstop with a brilliant diving catch there to end the inning. To end the top of the inning.
0 runs. Left on base.
Just look at this play once we get it up.
Third inning.
As soon as it loads up here.
The Green Jays tie.
Yeah, it's not giving us a whole lot of smoothness on it, but heading to the bottom of the fourth. Rowan State's got a new pitcher up on the mound.
Leading off to the Green Jays, number 21, the third baseman, Alex Ricky.
And it gets a huge hit to left center field. Base hit there, going for the double. Will easily get there. Right off of the first pitch of the new pitcher.
Now pitching for the Raiders, number 14, Kobe Sylvie.
So Kobe Sylvie pitching now for the Raiders, of 4.68 ERA, 54 strikeouts in 11 appearances,
Now batting for the Green Jays, number 11,
27 walks, no home runs when he's stepped up onto the mound. And a double. Double on that last play. So now Kaufman up to bat. .242 average, tries going for the bunt. They count that as a ball. 1-1. One and two. Two and two. So Kaufman has been struck out 20 times in the regular season. Total of 62 appearances. Faces off against Sylvie, who's dealt 54 strikeouts. And right off his first pitch, it was a base hit for a double. Swing and out.
Kaufman, I thought was a little outside. I thought so too, but umpire probably thought it hit more of the corner than it did off the plate. So just tough look on Kaufman right there.
DJ right back up to the plate. One out in the bottom of the fourth. Third time that he's been up to bat in 4 innings. He takes a swing that fouls out. People in hospitality will probably enjoy that souvenir. Here is the 0-1. That evens up the count with a runner on second. Swing and a hit that's going to go foul, but can the outfielder get the catch on it? He does. Second out of the inning. Now Travis Reeves up to the plate. 16 times he's been struck out, but he's on the season. 4 doubles, 2 triples, and 2 home runs. Facing 2 outs, and the runner on second managed to get to third on that sequence. One and one. Reeves facing 2 outs on the 1-1. He's got a runner on third who managed to get the double early on. Advance to third and hoping for a base hit so he can get another run on the board for the Green Jays. And grounder gets past the third baseman and a run for the Green Jays, 6-0. You couldn't have placed that hit more perfectly on that to get right out of the reach of the third baseman's glove.
No, even with the diving attempt, it just got right under his glove.
There's another grounder that goes right to the second baseman, and that's an out at first. 1 run in the inning for the Green Jays. No score yet through 4 for the Raiders. The 2019 Tennessee Community College Athletic Association Baseball Tournament is sponsored by Fairfield by Marriott, Lister Hill Credit Union, Hampton by Hilton, and by Alpha Graphics of Franklin. Patsy strong. Patsy has been strong through 5 innings thus far. No runs at all. Gotten a few runners on base. And now Kevin McCarthy steps up to the plate. 116 at-bats on the regular season. 250 average. Been struck out 29 times. Make that an 0-2. Swing and struck him out.
Now batting number 6, the shortstop, Nick Spardoni.
Spardoni with a 299 average. He's been struck out 21 times. Has had 1 triple on the season out of 117 appearances. Gets a hit there to third baseman. Can't get there in time. 2 outs. So now Peyton Milam.
Now batting number 12, the catcher, Peyton Milam.
Milam with a 256 average, 333 slugging. He's got 1 home run on the season. Of course, the first home run for the playoffs coming in the 3rd by Jackson State. Two and 0. Excuse me, 2-1. Here's the 3-1. Up high, and it's a walk for Malam.
Now batting number 11, the left fielder, J.T. Matthews.
JT Matthews, the 402 on base percentage. And has had 7 RBIs coming into the playoffs. Swing gets a piece of it, but fouls out. One and one. 2 outs with a runner on first. Raiders trying to get something on the board here, but Patsy's pitching has been fantastic through 5.
It really has. He's still in the 5th inning, giving up only 1 hit right now, and he's been keeping his walks to a minimum. He's been really dealing out there and showing that he wants to go into the next round, and he's just showing that what he's got. He's been throwing all of his pitches correct, his fastballs, his breaking balls. It's really gotten to the point where it's more of muscle memory now for him to locate those wherever he needs them. And if he misses, he barely misses, just like that. He barely missed and could just a little bit high and inside, but drop it down just a little bit, and it was there for him.
Only 3 hits allowed by Patsy so far. And that's it. That's trying to get there. I believe that was a balk. So they have a runner advances to second, and count is 3-1. There's a 3-1, turns to a full count. Advances to first. Now runners on to first and second for the Raiders. And now Cam Ridley steps up to the plate. 448 on base. Been struck out in the regular season the same amount of times he's been walked, 22 times. He does lead the team with steals, with 20 steals. Now a quick, looks like an on-mound visit with the catcher. Quick visit with them and the coach. And resume on with Ridley up to bat.
Now batting number 1, the right fielder, Cam Ridley.
Oh and 2. Two outs in the top of the 5th. swung and struck him out. That's the end of the fifth. The Raiders have not been able to score through 5 as we head to the bottom. Bottom of the fifth, the Green Jays lead 6-0 in runs. Spencer Thompson and Austin Ray bringing you this second wild card game on day 1 of the baseball tournament for the Tennessee Community College Athletic Association. Proud to be here in Columbia, Tennessee at Dave Hall Field, located at Columbia State Community College. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Of course, if Rowan State comes back to win this game, they would be facing off against the Walters State Senators. But if the score holds, the Green Jays will be facing off against the Bucks, and the Pioneers will are advancing to face the Senators tomorrow. We'll have all 4 of the first round games tomorrow, starting off with a big game between the Chattanooga State Tigers and the Columbia State Chargers. This count is now 2-2. Three and two, full count. And struck him out. For Junker, that is strikeout number 39 on the season. And a hit to right field. Can't make the catch. Looks like he's going for the double. And looks like they will, our statisticians in the booth, they're counting that as a hit. So a advance to second base. Second base for Gruyere. Quick visit to the mound. Now, of course, Sylvie on the regular season, a 4.68 ERA on 11 appearances. Same amount of appearances as Bowman. He's had the better ERA. It's probably just coach talking to him a little bit to make sure he's still focused in the game.
Yeah, right now, I mean, they are down 6-0 right now, and it's getting late into the game where they want to make sure that he's going to stay focused because they're really going to need him right here. And they're definitely during this situation after a base hit just like that, and really just need to calm themselves down, get themselves out of this inning, and with no runs scored on them, and come back and have their offense do the work.
Simpson up to the plate, 323 average. Faces the 0-2. Swing and a miss to strike him out. Looks like that pep talk did help him. So one strikeout with a runner on second.
Now batting number 3, the left
now-
fielder, Chase Nichols.
Now Chase Nichols up to bat. 207 with a 310 slugging percentage. Has been struck out 13 times. Delta strike there with 2 outs. Swing and a miss for 0-2. Struck him out. That's the end of the 5th. Still 6-0 Green Jays.
Leading off for the Raiders, number 7, the center fielder, Jess Morrison.
Jess Morrison up to bat now. Top of the 6th inning as Patsy remains on the mound. It's been spectacular through 5 as a pop-up hit is set to go foul, but the catch makes him out.
Now batting number 34, the first baseman, Trey McLennan.
Swing and a miss for Yvonne Grier. Macklemore actually up to bat. 0-2 count for Macklemore. Outside to the right. Foul, still 1-2. Even count. Patsy standing strong. And struck him out. 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
Looks like they're not even going to think about taking Passy out right now for how good he's doing. They don't have anybody on the bullpen, and coaches don't look stressed at all. They really like him what they see out of Passy right now. It's just a matter of fact if he can keep it up for, at the very most, 4 more innings.
Now Powell with the most at-bat appearances. Back up facing 2 outs and now facing a 0-1 count. As a .417 average. And of course he leads the team in with the best batting average and best slugging percentage. Doesn't have the most home runs for the team. That record currently held by Macklemore. And got a piece of it to prevent it from being a strikeout.
Yeah, like he said, he doesn't have the same stats as Macklemore, but at the same time, he does have one higher batting average stats right now with the .417 and the .494 on base percentage. He could really do some damage right here. The 5 doubles that he already has can easily turn into trouble for the speed that he has for the 12 stolen bases, and only having 1 home run. It just shows that even though he's not a big power hitter, he can still do it if he needs to or if he wants to, really. It's just a matter of fact of just squaring up the ball and taking the ball for a ride.
So here's the 0-2 count, 2 outs in the top of the 6th, just outside. Green Jays trying to shut out the Raiders for 6 innings straight. Very close to that with nobody on base. And just outside for even. Two and 2. Quick visit. Quick mound visit. Catcher having a discussion. Full count. Gets a hit to left center field. That'll bounce for a base hit. So Powell manages to get on base with 2 outs. And we'll see what his teammate Cam Davis can do. He's got a 317 slugging percentage, 370 on base. See if he can help his team to not be shut out 6 innings in a row. Oh, and 2. It's a grounder that fouls. Still 0 and 2. Make that 1 and 2. Grounders fair. And toss to first out. 6 straight innings the Raiders have been shut out. The Green Jays back up to bat. So DeRiggi up to bat, the man who got the double last inning on the first pitch for Sylvie. Managed to advance to third and then an RBI. The 6th run for the Green Jays. And gets a hit that is ruled fair. Staying in play, he's going to go for the double. There's a back-to-back double there for DeRiggi.
Yeah, that was a nice line drive, perfectly down the line, over the third baseman's head. Couldn't get any better. I almost hit the fence, and he was probably almost able to get a triple. But he made a smart decision staying on second. They're going to keep him safe, and hopefully that DeRiggi is able to bring him in on a line drive base hit.
So now Kaufman up to bat, 242 average, 347 on base. Goes for the light bunt, trying to go to first base and is ruled out. But DeRiggi is safe on third. So likely looking for a base hit to get another run.
Now batting number 9, the shortstop, DJ Wright.
DJ Wright back up on the plate, 385 average, 470 on base. Strike one. Swing and a miss. Facing the 0-2 count, swings and gets struck out. Now Travis Reeves up to the plate.
Second baseman, Travis Reeves.
Oh and 1. Inside for 0-2. Facing 2 outs and a runner on third. We've seen this situation before just an inning ago. Runner on third facing 2 outs with an 0-2 count. Managed to get a base hit and get another run in. Is that going to be the case in the bottom of the 6th? No, it will not. Strike out. That ends the inning. Green Jays and the Raiders shut each other out, heading to the top of the 7th. The Tennessee Community College Athletic Association Baseball Tournament of 2019 is sponsored by Fairfield by Marriott, Lister Hill Credit Union, Hampton by Hilton, and Alpha Graphics of Franklin. Top of the 7th inning as the Green Jays lead 6-0. Patsy has put on a spectacular show with minimal pitches and mostly in tribute to his defense being on top. only having one error throughout this game.
Batting for the Raiders, number 8, Josh Hayes.
Josh Hayes up to bat. 375 on base. So the count is 1-1. And a hit to the shortstop, goes for the out, gets it.
Now batting number 6.
And now Spardoni up to bat.
Spardoni.
He's been struck out 21 times in the regular season. 6 doubles and 1 triple. Two-0. Grounder fouls out for 2-1. Two and one. And a walk for Spardoni.
Now batting number 12, the pitcher, Peyton Milan.
And a hit to left field. Bounces for a base hit. Now runners on first and second.
Now batting number 11, the left fielder, J.T. Matthews.
Now J.T. Matthews steps up to the plate. 258. 402 on base. He's been struck out 17 times in the regular season. Tries to go for the bunt. Strike. Strike two. Here's the 0-2 with runners on first and second. One out. A grounder. Out on first, not on second. And ruled in was initially going to be ruled an error, but nobody advanced, not considered that. But runners on first and third now with, we've now 2 outs.
Now batting number 1, the right fielder, Ken Woodley.
They managed to tag the runner on second, but neither the first baseman nor catcher could make the catches there. Cam Ridley up at the plate trying to get at least one score for the Raiders at the top of the 7th. Here's the 0-1. Hit past the pitcher. Tag out at second. And that'll end the inning. No runs for the Raiders through 7. Heading to the 7th inning stretch. Bottom of the 7th inning. 6-0 lead for the Green Jays. 4 runs here by the Green Jays, and that would essentially end the game.
The first baseman, C.J. Clark.
And hit to left field goes foul. Sylvie on the mound, and C.J. Clark up to bat. And as for the 0-2. It's one of the great traditions about baseball is to get souvenirs.
Who was playing third base? Avery came in and replaced number 4.
And foul there for it's
Oh, well, he replaced
0-2. One and 2. It's a hit to
That's
left
far.
field. That's going, and
Oh,
managed to get the catch. Looked like it was almost out of the park.
Offensive change for the Tigers. now playing third base, number 8, Josh Hayes. Playing second base, number 2, Cam Davis. Now batting for the Green Jays, number 2, the right fielder, Derek Junker.
Derek Junker back up to the plate. Several defensive changes for the Raiders. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Oh and 2. One out in the bottom of the 7th. Green Jays trying to potentially close it out here. One and 2. Got hit by the pitch and advances to first.
Now batting number 33, the designated hitter, Javon Brewer.
Javon Grier up to bat, designated hitter. 404 on base. It's only 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Attempted tag of first, they missed the catch and gets to second. They count that as an error for the Raiders. Foul there for the 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Another foul out for 1 and 2. High pitch for 2 and 2. Swing and hit to left field. It goes foul.
If he would have waited on that just a little bit longer, that ball would have been over.
Oh, yeah, that was out of the park. I mean,
He's swinging for the fences at this point. 2-2. High up, full count. Full count for Gruyere, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on second. Green Jays trying to get it up to 10 points, potentially end this game, and they will walk the designated hitter. Now Chase Nichols stepping up to the plate. A 207 average, 324 on base. He's got 310 slugging. A quick visit to the mound.
Now batting number 24, the catcher, Simpson.
Simpson up to the plate now, actually. 323 average. 394 on base. Fouls there. If you're the Raiders, you've got 2 innings left to try and make it back with 6 runs and everything. What is it that you're telling all the guys in the dugout?
Really just to stay focused, keep the eye on the ball, and try to eliminate all possibilities of an error or having any type of difficulties getting easy outs. You want to make every hit a hard hit, and you want it to be a hard out for the other team to have. Really, don't go swinging for the fences and hit the straight line drive shots so you can get base hits and move them one by one at least.
One and 2, outside for an even count. Swing and hit. Nice catch by the third baseman. Tag on second. Double play, and that'll end the 7th inning. Brilliant work. The hit over there to third baseman, instant catch, second base, and we're headed to the 8th inning. The 2019 Tennessee Community College Athletic Association Baseball Tournament is sponsored by Fairfield by Marriott, Lister Hill Credit Union, Hampton by Hilton, and Alpha Graphic. By Alpha Graphics of Franklin.
7, the center fielder, Jess Morrison.
Jess Morrison up to bat, and Patsy staying on the mound and staying strong through 8 innings. Heading into the 8th inning, but for 7 innings, no runs at all. We've had four base runners and 3 hits, but no runs at all as a grounder goes to right field and a base hit for Jess Morrison on the first pitch.
Now batting number 34, the first baseman, Trey McLemore.
Now McLemore struck out 41 times. Faces the 0-1. He's been walked 10 times. Huge hit to right field. Perfect positioning to get the out.
Now batting number 24, the designated hitter for Ron Powell.
Ron Powell back up on the plate. 27 RBIs in the regular season. The Raiders are 5 outs away from their season, from their playoff hopes ending. Pop fly to the second baseman, catches, make that 4 more outs.
Now batting number 2, the second baseman, Cam Davis.
Cam Davis facing 2 outs. Of course, facing Patsy, who has been fantastic throughout this game, and a ground ball ruled foul. 0-1. And takes the hit. Will advance. Runner on first and second. You think with that it may be time to give Patsy the rest?
He'll still be fine. They do have a player on the bullpen right now, but that's just probably just more in the case of if he starts doing worse right now. But at the same time, he has 2 outs at the moment. Only needs 1 more, and they'll probably finish him off on the last inning.
On 1, and another runner advancing. So now bases loaded for the Raiders. And they've got Spardone up to the plate.
Now batting number
Second
6,
most
the
appearances
Nick Spardone.
and has not gotten a home run yet. His on-base percentage is .376. So if there's any more time than now for Patsy to step up, it's now. There's a 1-0 count.
Patsy just needs to calm himself down, keep his composure cool, focus on this one batter, and hit the strike zone like he's been doing the rest of this game.
The ground ball to the shortstop, gets to first base, and that's an out. Heading to the bottom of the 8th, the Raiders have 3 outs left on their playoff hopes.
For the Raiders, no
So now Chase Nichols back up to the plate. Gets hit by the pitch and is heading to first.
Now batting number 21, the third baseman, Alex DeRiggi.
Alex DeRiggi back up. We know what happened 2 innings ago when he was up on the plate. Well, as what happened in the last inning when he was up. He gets a hit foul. And advance to second. Another error for the Raiders. Advance to third. Is he going to get all the way? He'll stop at third. So that's another error for the Raiders. Now an 0-1 count with a runner on third. Might see another attempted base hit by DeRiggi. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Struck him out.
Now batting number 11, the
Kaufman
Cade Kaufman.
up to bat. 347 on base. 9 RBIs. He's got 1 home run. And the only home run of the postseason so far coming from earlier from count. It's 1-1. Grounder, that's fair. Tries to go into third.
It never touched.
It never touched, and
There he is.
safe. There's another run for the Green Jays. It's counted as a base hit. To make that 7-0 for the Green Jays with only one out. Three more runs, and that ends the game. But at least at this point, the Raiders would need a miracle to be able to get back 7 runs in one inning. It's been done before.
Now batting number 9, the shortstop, DJ Wright.
DJ Wright up to bat now. 385. And attempted stolen base, gets it. And that's stolen base number 3 for Kaufman. Stolen base number 3 on the season. Outside 2-0. Two and 0. Here's 2-1 with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Outside for 3-1. Grounder. It's passed to the shortstop. Out. Second out. They do have a runner on third.
Now batting number 4, the second baseman, Travis Reeves.
Travis Reeves up to bat. Same amount of appearances in the season as DJ Wright. Lower batting average and lower on-base percentage. And it looks like they are going to make a pitching change, so we will be right back. So an emotional moment a few moments ago for Sylvie, hugging all of his teammates. The sophomore recognizing it'll be his last game at Rowan State. Now in to pitch for him is Logan Hewitt with a 13.2 ERA on 9 appearances. Allowed 2 home runs, struck out 23 batters, and walked 11. And allowed 29 hits while he was pitching. So for this last upcoming out, Logan Hewitt will take the mound. Getting these last few pitches out of the way here, and I'm sure a lot of the people on the Raiders bench starting to realize the uphill climb it's going to take for them if they want to continue their playoff hopes. Takes 7 runs in 1 inning, which is all possible, but very, very slim. Reeves with a 308 average up to bat. And a runner on third. High up pitch. 1-0. Swing and a miss for 1-1. High for 2-1. High up pitch, 3-1. And safe on home plate. 8-0 Jackson State. Ruled as a wild pitch. Make that 8-0. Count is still 3-1. High pitch and walk. Home run here would end the game, and it's possible from C.J. Clark, I believe the man who got the first home run of the postseason earlier on. Got a home run earlier in the 3rd inning. Let's see if he can get a second one here and close it out for the Green Jays. He's swinging for the fences, but fouled there. tags first. One and one. Wild pitch, and he's out. That's the end of the 8th inning. The last time we'll see the Green Jays bat, most likely. 8-0, the Raiders on their last stand. If the score holds here and the Green Jays win it, they have a date with the Montlow State Bucks, and the Volunteer State Pioneers will face off against the Walter State Senators. But if the Raiders come back and win it, they will be facing off against the Senators, and the Pioneers will be going to face off against the Bucks. It's the 0-1 count. 0-1 count for Trevor, for Millen. Swing and a miss for strikeout. 2 outs away.
Defensive change for the Pioneers. Direction, Green Jays now playing left field number 1, Kalia Dunn. Batting for the Raiders, number 11, the left fielder J.T. Mathis.
So Khalil Dunn is in the outfield now. Count is 0-1. 1 for Millen. Oh, and 2. Oh, and 2. Gets a grounder to the shortstop and tossed way over. And it's an error and advances to second. Runner on second there, a lucky break for the Raiders. only one out.
Now batting number 1, the right
Next to have up to bat, Cam Ridley.
Ridley.
292 average. Ridley's got a runner on second. Foul. Foul for 0-2. Oh and 2. Swing and struck out. 1 out left on the Raiders' season.
Now batting number 7, the center fielder, Jess Morrison.
Now Jess Morrison up to bat. Last line of defense for the Raiders, swing and foul. One and one. Swing and a miss for 1 and 2. Raiders season on the line. The 1 and 2 count, 2 outs in the top of the ninth. The Raiders down by 8. And with this 1 and 2 pitch, foul. And with this pitch, outside, even count. 2 and 2 with 2 outs. Jackson State can thank a lot of their success to Sergio Pazzi on his spectacular performance through all 9 innings. And the Jackson State Green Jays have to give potentially one more pitch here. Morrison not going down without a fight. 2-2 count. And the Green Jays pop fly up. The Jackson State Green Jays have a date with the Motlow State Bucks tomorrow. 8-0 the final score. The Rowan State Raiders have officially been eliminated. That'll wrap up our coverage here today. Thank you for watching both of the wild cards. So if you didn't already hear, here's the schedule for tomorrow. 10 a.m., the Chattanooga State Tigers face off against the Columbia State Chargers. 1 p.m., the Volunteer State Pioneers face off against the Walter State Senators. At 4:30, the Cleveland State Cougars face off against the Dyersburg State Eagles. And officially, with this score going final, the Jackson State Green Jays will face off against the Motlow State Bucks at 7:30. We're going to have all 4 of those games for you tomorrow here on this YouTube channel. Thank you for watching the 2019 TCCAA Baseball Tournament. We will see you guys tomorrow for coverage of the first round of the tournament.